Today at 6, the head of the United Nations comes to Ukraine to see for himself the price paid by civilians during the Russian invasion. Antonio Guterres was shown a mass grave and heard firsthand about atrocities committed by Russian troops.
The war is an absurdity in the 21st century. The war is evil.
The Foreign Office in London confirms the death here in Ukraine of a British volunteer fighter named as Scott Sibley. Another Briton is missing.
Also on tonight's programme, England's worst performing mental health trust. A new report says more than 100 deaths were avoidable. The Norfolk and Suffolk Foundation Trust is rated inadequate. Mental health patients like Abigail Henry were let down when they were at their most vulnerable.
She is still bouncing from crisis to crisis, and I don't know, we just have to try and manage it because there isn't any support.
Some men in Parliament behave like animals. The verdict from a cabinet minister after allegations that an MP watched porn next to a female colleague. Sainsbury's doubles its profits but says it won't last. Customers are watching every penny as the cost of living crisis bites. Brilliant with a bat and a ball, but can Ben Stokes bring his special brand of magic to his new job as Test captain?
And coming up on the BBC News Channel, the Europa League semi-finals get underway. West Ham and Rangers in action against German opposition. The Scottish champions are in Leipzig for their first leg tie later.
Hello, good evening and welcome to the BBC News at 6 from the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. The United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres came here today to see for himself some of the places near this city where there have been alleged war crimes by Russian troops. It was his first visit to this country since the conflict began more than 2 months ago. He described the war here as evil and he urged Moscow to cooperate with war crimes investigations by the International Criminal Court. Mr. Guterres visited Borodyanka, Irpin and Bucha, towns northwest of here, which saw huge destruction and many civilian deaths during Russia's recent offensive. Our correspondent Sarah Rainsford travelled with the Secretary-General and has this report, which does contain some details you may find upsetting.